everyone. This is going to be your love reading, but before I begin, I just wanted to say it in one shot rather than having to say it each and every time that I film a video. This way it's just out. I've been doing a lot of research recently on getting a new tarot deck to either work alongside with my spiral tarot or even to let this new one take over for a little bit. And I researched and researched and researched, and I found the exact right tarot deck for me. And so I'm going to show it to you. This is called the Gaian Tarot, as in Gaia. Gaian Tarot, and I will tell you why I love this deck so much. It's about real life, and it's about real people and real situations. I have noticed, and I'm sure that a lot of you have noticed as well, that there's only a certain amount of tarot decks that have diversity in them as far as body shapes, the sexes, different skin tones, different everything, all different kinds of diversity, and a connection with nature that isn't necessarily a fantasy. I like this one because it's very real. It's about real life and real people, and I really truly appreciate the diversity of this deck as far as the types of people that are in it and what they look like and the different ages and everything. And so I'm actually giving you a sneak peek preview of this new deck, which you are probably going to be seeing a lot of in the future. And so I'm going to be using these half and half with the spiral deck for your love readings. And look at how huge they are too. I actually had to trim these. These were even bigger than they were, or these were even bigger before, and I cut them down. I cut the rims off of them. They're really, really interesting, as you're about to see. So I'm going to do a 6-card reading for you all for love and relationships for March. The first half, or the first 3, will be with the spiral, and the other 3 out of your 6 will be using the Gaian Tarot. It's been extremely fun using the Enchanted Map Oracle for your general readings this month, but I do have to say I kind of want to come back to reality a little bit instead of being so fantastical about things. I enjoy that because I'm an extremely imaginative person, and I like to use my imagination and storytelling abilities, but I know that not everyone is cut out for the fantasy edge of things. So let's get started with your love readings, and you'll have to let me know what you think about this deck. I absolutely adore it, and I'll see you in a second with your love reading. Hello Leo, this is going to be your love and relationship reading for March 2019. And of course, this is for Leo rising, sun, and moon. And because these love readings are more specific, they may or may not resonate for you. You'll probably know from the beginning whether it does or not, because it starts with your past. If for some reason it does not resonate for you, then you may want to check out your other 2 out of your rising, sun, and moon. See if any of those resonate for you more, or tell a fuller story. So, okay, here we go. This is for, woo! Okay. That meant something, because look, I'm hoping that this isn't the case for you guys and that just came out. Maybe it's something that you're trying to get rid of out of you, or to recover from. I don't know. Okay, let's start over. So this is for Leo, for love and relationships for the rest of March. I apologize for these coming out so late. I've had a lot of Mercury retrograde things going on. I actually had to take yesterday off just to settle my own affairs and things that I had to deal with. Sounds like there's a car stuck in mud outside. Okay, here we go. Love and relationships for Leo. Looking pretty good so far, you guys. Huh, okay. Almost done. After I pick all 6 positions, I will show you your cards and start. Leo for love and relationships for the rest of March. Ooh, nice, you guys. Okay, I'm just going to pull one clarifier and then I'll show you. There's one card in here I need more information on. Okay, I need one more. Okay. Sorry, I just picked a ton of clarifiers for you. Okay, here are your cards. You have the Queen of Wands. And the sexes in here in the cards are interchangeable. And just because the image shows a man or a woman doesn't mean that it has to be that gender. Your second one is the Princess of Wands. Your third one is the Ace of Wands. Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? The third position, there were 2 cards that came out together. And they are very different. These popped out together. This is why the Devil card here is the one card that I had to pull a million clarifiers on to try to narrow down what this is. So you have the Ace of Wands and the Devil in your third position. You have the 10 of Earth, otherwise known as the 10 of Pentacles. You have the Lovers. Very nice, you guys. I like this Lovers card in this deck. You have the Seeker, otherwise known as the Fool in the future. So, and then a bunch of clarifiers. So let's get started. In the recent past, with love and relationships, this Queen of Wands could be you. It could also be another person. If this is a person that you have been involved with, been in a relationship with, or even someone that you have just met that you're interested in, or they're interested in you, or someone that you have just started a relationship with. This is a very powerful person indeed. This may be specifically an Aries, but it does not have to be at all. It could be a fire sign. It doesn't even have to be a fire sign. But it is someone, if this is not you, this is someone that is extremely motivated, has leadership abilities, knows what they want, knows who they are, is very warm, passionate, driven, motivated, someone who likes to get things done, someone who likes to see progress happen and is not afraid of taking the lead or making sure that things are happening. This can be at times somebody who may be a little bit self-centered at times, but ultimately is someone who is motivated and passionate. With the Ten of Earth or the Ten of Pentacles, this is telling me that if this has been a relationship that you've been in for a while, you have accomplished a lot together. I'm getting for someone or a group of you, this is a long-term relationship that you've been in, possibly for 10 years or longer, or close to more than 5 years. So you have accomplished a lot together. You have done a lot together. It feels very unified to me, where you have worked together well. You have accomplished a lot. You may have, you could have built a business together. You could have built your house together. You could have built your life from the ground up. For someone, I don't know why, it seems as if you got together when you were quite young, maybe in your early 20s, and for your relationship has withstood the test of time. You have done a lot together. You possibly started off with nothing together and you made a life together, or you manifested a great deal together. Because the person is walking alone down the path, it could be that this person in the card has planted this forest or helped to clear up the forest, has helped make this path a wonderful path to walk down, and now feels very accomplished and is able to see what has grown from their seeds every time they take this walk and walk down this path. They notice all of the things that they planted so long ago that have come into full manifestation, and they feel extremely accomplished or content with what they have done. They've done a lot. But because the person is walking away, perhaps this is something where I'm not suggesting that you break up or that you're parting ways. I suppose that could be the case for some of you, but what I am getting is that your old cycle of manifestation together has now come to its natural conclusion, and it's time for some kind of a new beginning in the relationship. It may be that, I don't know, an analogy or an example I could use is, suppose this is a couple who built a plant sanctuary together, where when they were young, they bought land together, they planted the seeds, they weeded, they got out all the dead wood, they set up this wonderful sanctuary together, and they've run it together for possibly 10 years. And then comes the day where they realize they want to go exploring. They want to go see what else is out there in the world, and they're done with this cycle of staying in one place or building this particular thing up together, and now it's time to move on, either separately from one another in different directions or in the same direction together into a completely different reality or a completely different cycle of manifestation. And so if you have been in a long-term relationship, it seems as if this is where you've been in the recent past. If you're totally single and this is not going on for you, or if you have just met someone, it looks as if this is what you want, is someone who can work with you, someone who can manifest with you, someone who is motivated and has enough specific goals or things that they want to accomplish where you feel like you can work together and manifest together. You want someone who is able to do this with you. Or you may have just recently met someone who is like this, and you are seeing the potential for some kind of future growth with this person. So that's your past. In the present, you have the Princess of Wands over the Lovers. I love this version of the Lovers because it really does show that they are true lovers, that they truly love each other. And traditionally, the Lover's card can represent a major choice in one's life, or a crossroads where you have to pick one path or another, or one path out of many. But to me, in this card, it's showing me that these two lovers have chosen to be together, or have chosen to cultivate their relationship mutually. And with this, if you have been in a relationship for a long time, it seems as if there's a renewal in the relationship, a renewal of purpose. It could be very well that if you have been in a long-term relationship, you have come full circle with something you have manifested together in the past, and you're ready to let go of that old manifestation world, and you're ready to have some adventures. You're ready to get out there and travel. You're ready to go explore. You're ready to get creative together, to try completely new things, to let go of the old manifestation and create something completely new. It seems as if you guys are extremely excited about this and feel more unified than possibly you have been because of this. It could even be that some of you are in long-term relationships and you have children, in which case I'm getting that something to do with your child is exciting. Either, I don't know, I mean, this could be an example of you have been in a long-term relationship and now your child has grown up and is going to college, or your child has had some kind of a breakthrough. Either they just got married, or they just got engaged, or they just graduated college, or they moved to a different country and are doing really well with their own life. And so this makes you both incredibly happy. It makes you feel like you've done good with the parenting thing, or that you've done well. You feel like you have worked together well, you have done well as parents, and now you're joyful and happy together over the happiness of your child. I am getting something in here about that, which is amazing, you guys. And if you don't have children, you're not married, and you haven't been with someone for a long time, it seems as if you have either just met someone and you realize that this is a very significant relationship, a very meant to be sort of relationship where you work well together, or it could be that this sort of person is coming in. And again, I'm getting something about fire signs, or I mean, really, you have an emphasis of fire in here, but it could really be anybody, you guys. This is someone fun-loving and someone who likes adventures, someone who is constantly learning throughout life, constantly interested in learning new things. Someone very warm and caring, someone who truly loves you, honestly. This is, I mean, how much more loving can you get than these two, really? So, if you haven't met anyone at all, it seems as if someone is coming in. I'm sorry, but that's what it seems to be. Or you're choosing to look, not look for love, but you're choosing to be open to love, or the potential of love coming in. You feel very positive about this. So, in the future, you may even be discovering that you're having a child, or you may be starting a family, or you may be getting married or moving in together or something too. Or you both mutually have the desire for children if you have recently met your match. You're on a similar page with what you want from life, which is excellent. This is really interesting. You have the Ace of Wands, you have the Devil, and you have the Seeker or the Fool, in other words, in the future. And I had to pull a number of clarifiers for the Devil here. So before I get to the Devil, let me just read the other two for now. And then I'll explain the Devil's situation, which isn't as bad as it seems, honestly. So if we just looked at these two, you can see how they're very similar. You have a new beginning with action, and you have a new beginning major arcana card. So it seems as if you're on, like I said, you're on to a completely new world. If you're in a relationship, there's a complete renewal of the relationship or a new path in the relationship. You may very well be deciding to travel together, or to move locations, or to start a new life together, doing something completely different from what you were doing before. This is making you both extremely excited, and it is actually renewing the passion in the relationship as well, where you feel like you're going someplace together, or you're on to a completely new adventure together, which is amazing to see. You can manifest this. You can do this. Looks great to me. If you are completely single or have just met someone, you are about to have someone be brought in. I'm sorry, but you are. You have the Lovers presently with the Princess of Wands, and then you have the Fool and the Ace of Wands in the future. So this looks like a new passion, a new relationship, or a new person coming in if you are single. This person is extremely free-thinking, extremely adventurous, extremely open-minded, and someone who thinks outside of the box, or believes that certain things are possible that a lot of other people have a hard time believing in. This is definitely someone who's motivated, someone who takes action, someone who's willing to see what's out there. Possibly even an activist, or someone who is working on some kind of a cause, or some kind of a goal in their life, a spiritual path in their life, or a path of action in their life that they feel very strongly about. This may very well be a very similar path to what you want to be on. And so this excites you, this makes you feel passionate, this lights you up. This person, I'm getting a lot of passion in here. You're extremely attracted to this person, or attracted to them, not just their body or what they look like, but what they choose to do with their life, who they are as an individual or a personality, how they think about things. I'm almost getting in here for someone that you are extremely, how do I put this without, okay, let me try to reword this before I blurt anything out. This person, okay, let me just be completely blunt. This person's mind turns you on. This person, who they are, how they think about things, how they see things, how they communicate, even possibly their voice turns you on, and makes you feel excited, like you can go someplace with this person. This person very well might feel this way about you. It seems very mutual. It seems very mutual. Or this is truly what you want. And I feel the very strong sense that this is entirely possible. They will either find you, you find them, or you just stumble across each other. You may not even be able to believe it because it's so close to what you've been looking for. This Devil may be some old lingerings of things that have gone on in the past in the relationship if you have been involved with someone for a long time. This could be old ghosts in the relationship, or old places that the relationship has gone in the past that still linger for you, that you're having a hard time letting go of this completely and just completely trusting. Maybe some things have gone on in the relationship in the far distant past or in the recent past where it made you have a loss of trust. You started to not trust the person or not trust the relationship completely. This may have created a rift in you. Or there may have been some bad patterns in the relationship in the past. Maybe both of you got sucked up in drinking too much or smoking too much or something too much, or the other person had addiction issues, or there was something that happened that wasn't healthy. And this may have been a pattern in the past. This has made you reluctant to completely believe in this new beginning in the relationship or to completely trust. And it seems as though you're actively working on letting this go so that you can further along this relationship and not let that get in the way of newfound harmony or newfound passion or newfound sense of growth in the relationship. It seems as if the two of you truly do care about each other and love each other. And so you shouldn't be letting this devil get in the way, or you should acknowledge this devil, but actively work on letting this go so that if you are determined to stick with this relationship, you can have a renewal in it without this getting in the way. If you are completely single and you are not in a relationship, this seems to be something from the far distant past. This could be a past relationship that ended a while ago, or this could be a pattern that you have drawn in somehow with relationships that you absolutely do not want this. You've been through this enough at this point. You don't want to have anything to do with this energy, and you know that, but it's hard to completely trust and have faith that you can draw this sort of a relationship in, or completely trust a new relationship, because possibly in the past there have been trust issues, or there have been things that have happened that made you wonder if such a thing is possible. But your clarifiers with this, or this could even be someone coming in who has had addictions in the past, or has had difficult times in the past, or had a difficult childhood, or had trauma in the past, but they have done a lot in their life to work on healing this. And it could be even that you admire this person for being able to transform so deeply in their life where they can take the devil and turn it into a brand new healthy journey. This may be an aspect of this person, that they are sort of an old soul that has done a lot to transform their life, or transform themselves, or transform and heal from some kind of a traumatic childhood even. That's another thing I'm getting in here. So the first clarifier with the devil is the Seven of Earth, which is about patience and meditation on calmly assessing things to see what can be done, and having patience with yourself over this. I mean, if this has been a lack of trust that you have been through in the past, and it's hard to completely let go of this and just completely trust the future, that's okay. Have patience with yourself. Realize these sorts of transformations take a while sometimes. They don't happen overnight. And it seems as if you are actively working on this, or you are actively trying to make sense out of this and figure out solutions. Whether this devil is internal or external, you are being patient about the process of moving on or healing or figuring out a better way. Your second clarifier is the Eight of Air, or the Eight of Swords. This is the talking stick or the talking feather card that has to do with working on communication, working things out. If you have been in a long-term relationship, and if you have encountered problems in the past with the relationship, it seems as if both of you are actively working on the future, on working things out, or bettering communication, or working on communication. Maybe perhaps before you had problems with communication where the other person did not listen, or you didn't listen, or both of you didn't listen, or Both of you just had completely different ways of seeing things or understanding things. There may have even possibly been fights in the past, or ongoing conflicts or ongoing fights about something. This Eight of Air here is kind of reminding me of, right now, is reminding me of marriage counseling or of relationship counseling, where you're actively working really hard together on bettering the communication in the relationship and working any issues out. If you are single and this devil is something that comes from the past or something that's internal, it seems as if you are really working on how to figure this out on not bringing this in the future. And you definitely want to be with someone in the future who is able to talk things out, who is able to listen, who is able to work out differences or work out conflicts with you in a proper manner. And it seems as if you're working very hard on this. Your third one and last one is the Child of Air, otherwise known as the Page of Swords. This is directly saying that you are working on a completely new way of seeing things, understanding things, and communicating. Same sort of message. If you have been in a relationship where there has been a lack of understanding between you, or hard times with communication, or with seeing eye to eye, it seems as if you're bringing in new, fresh energy into the relationship, new ideas, new ways of communicating. You're actively working on yourself, too, with communicating. And this is truly, if you're single, this is truly what you want in a relationship, is you want someone with an open mind, a creative mind, who can work things out with you, or where you inspire each other. Not only that you can communicate and work out your differences, but you inspire each other. You are invigorated and inspired by the other person's mind. Or you communicate so well that you're able to sail through a lot of difficulties in the relationship that a lot of other people find hard to do. Open communication. So, if you're in a relationship, it seems as though you guys are moving forward and there's a new beginning and you're able to work things out. Be patient with yourself, and the other person should be patient with you on overcoming any old patterns or old feelings of being stuck, or a lack of trust or fear of it not being real, this new beginning. And this could be flipped, where this could be the other person as well. If you are single, or you have just, it seems as though some of you singles have just recently met someone, and this person is so much what you want, that you want to get this out of your being, so that nothing about this new relationship gets tainted by the past or past things that you've been through. And you're actively working on this because you don't want to take this into a new relationship, and you know that. And a lot of this is things that you know are not good for you, and you don't want this. So you're actively internally working on resolving this and working on communication so that you don't screw anything up with this new wonderful relationship, because it seems like this person is extremely good for you. If you're completely single, it seems as if someone's coming in and you want to deal with this so that it doesn't taint anything new in your life. Or this could be something that the other person is walking away from or dealing with as well. But it seems as if you're able to be understanding about this, where you can be patient with allowing this person to process what they need to process so that you can start a new life together or a new relationship together. So hopefully that helped or made sense for you. Like I said, this either resonated or didn't. If it didn't, you may want to check out your other two, and I will see you soon. for your random message from the universe. Okay,